Hello, and welcome back to Coin Lady channel. My voice rises up because I disagree with several of the points made in the post you're reading now, which is headlined Ripple vs SEC, time for XRP traders to play it safe. AMB Crypto has provided this as well. Now, I've observed that there are articles, which is the post, that they take a lot of time, and it varies from author to author. Not all of them are created equal. They'll use a tone that's mostly neutral except for the portions that are framed negatively and jump out at you. As someone who consumes a great deal of information about cryptocurrencies, especially XRP, it immediately stands out to me. Furthermore, it immediately struck me that not every site, not every media outlet, writes about XRP in this way. Thus, it stands out to me when they do so rather consistently from book to author. That's a little offensive to me, and it makes me wonder why the hell you're even here. This notion, you see, and if I were to advise somebody to buy or not buy anything, I wouldn't get my money's worth. I will not direct you. But in this case, should we err on the side of caution? We become a bit too enthused about XRP, and the XRP ecosystem is framed as though there are these negative things. Continue in this vein. We are going to rush things. To be honest, I have no idea what will occur. But I'll tell you this, the outcome of the dispute between the SEC and Ripple has an unbelievable risk-to-reward ratio. It seems to me that I accept that the price might drop if we get a poor verdict, but my lord, is that what most people expect to happen? If you ask most people, they'll tell you that it's not entirely clear whether or not a certain asset is a security. Security is never provided by the asset itself. Okay, fair enough. That's a proven fact. In the long run, what do you envision happening with XRP? The biggest application of crypto tokenized assets will be payments, according to the Crypto Basics Ripple report, which estimates that this number will reach $16 trillion. This is exciting since it entails a world that is becoming increasingly liquid and one that must be bridged as a result of this, as well as the cryptocurrency that is being positioned for this purpose. Tokenized assets are around $16 trillion in value. So, how about XRP and other cryptocurrencies by themselves? Do you think you can skip forward a decade as quickly as the most valuable cryptocurrencies? Some of them probably should have had multi-trillion-dollar market caps by that time. First off, I'm not giving financial advice because I don't have any form of financial backing. And you know that you shouldn't make any financial decisions based on what I say, right? Just a hobbyist here that occasionally posts films to YouTube on various crypto-related topics. Let's get to the bit that really burns my biscuit, boy, so we can get this party started. According to a crypto article published in the AMB with the intriguing headline Ripple vs SEC, time for XRP traders to play it safe, this is exactly the case. The opinions and perspective they're offering are harmless, they're based on facts and recent developments in the XRP environment related to the SEC versus Ripple case, and no reasonable person would disagree with them. Then they put it in a negative light, despite the fact that, if you're being objective, maybe you shouldn't phrase this in terms of what's transpired in the past few days if you want to give it justice. What, if anything, has transpired throughout much of this year? And how have things progressed in the legal realm with regard to SEC versus Ripple? Good? What effect has this had on the value of XRP, as well as other measures about the ecosystem and the blockchain? Certainly, but that is not the case here. Traders tend to play it safe, therefore I've included that as a brief subheading in the essay. Be careful out there, I'm not advocating dangerous behavior by any means, rather, my complaint is with the article's presentation. Many in the cryptocurrency community believe that the release of the Hinman documents will provide Ripple enough evidence to win this case, positively affecting XRP. However, traders are not as convinced. Because of this, good things are beyond of reach. Why can't we just all get along? Because some traders don't believe what I believe, and in an effort to prove me wrong, they talk about ridiculously short time frames, such as, can you imagine if I pointed to I don't know, just say like a 1 minute candle for XRP and it was down, and I was like, oh, things are not looking good. That's like slashing 1 minute off of XRP's price. Imagine if I did it, can you? That's ridiculous, but this is almost as bad. In terms of general stupidity, it's virtually on par with itself. However, it is a bit of a trek. Data from coin-gazing surveys suggests that public opinion of traders have been particularly pessimistic of late, with an increase in short holdings against XRP. Stop it, for the love of God. And I'll just add that I've seen this pattern with AMB crypto, which is why I'm taking the effort to bid against it. If this were an exception, I'm not sure I'd spend the time developing a backstory for it. But you've really had my gears grinding with this, so please stop. Why I can't have good things, because of this. Because in all honesty, if you check out my XRP price activity, if you think about like a handful of the bigger jumps, and then surely there was even if you go back to the beginning of the year, yeah, since your crypto was rising up in general. But is there anything in particular concerning XRP that you'd like to discuss? And where do we stand with the SEC's lawsuit against Ripple? So, XRP went through the roof when Judge Torres ruled on the admissibility of expert witnesses at the beginning of March, right? XRP jumped to 58 cents. You all know, by now, that Judge Torres issued a ruling on the emails involving the hitmen. By June 13th, we should have them in hand. Time runs out at that point. Because of this, the value of XRP increased. Doesn't that exhibit an abundance of self-assurance, given the favorable angle from which we might view the situation as seen by Judge Torres? Ripple and XRP, one presumes. To those who hold. Holders of XRP are of utmost importance. Isn't that something? The market has been moving around and there is price action. And by the way, you can check out Volume 2, where Litecoin reports that in 24 hours, XRP volume was $719 million. That's the norm, really. So here we are, at a time when XRP is still trading around 46 cents, despite a general downward trend in the cryptocurrency market over the past week or so. In contrast to popular belief, there is notable, although there has been a decline in the per-piece premium, demand has not abated. In fact, volume and other key indicators are both on the up. I can't believe you've looked ahead a few days and then put all this negativity out there. Whatever the case may be, the fact that I'm singled out seems biased to me. And if someone is merely being nasty because they have a predisposition towards something, while appearing to be objective, I will point that out. That seems to be the case. To me. There is no logic to this. It makes no logic at all. No one benefits from this at all. It's only the prejudice of one person, and they dismiss it or pass the buck. Actually, I doubt it. You all make no effing sense and should be failing classes. The Ottomans are known for their sexism. The price of XRP dropped during this time as well, so please continue. Imagine that the XRP price has dropped in the last minute, as shown by this candle. And right now, they're considering the time in terms of days. I just finished reading the post and all the references are there for you to see. Thus, the value of XRP decreased over this time frame. The opening price was 45.30 cents. So what do you know? It's risen above that level now? I mean, come on, what else were they going to write? 46.4 cents. That means it's in the sky, you may go even higher. Because in the short term, like you're talking in that shorter timescale, it's just foolish, and yet the growth of the XRP network has dropped, signaling that new users aren't as interested in purchasing XRP. That's not relevant at all. You're just hoping that it's true. I'm confused as to your motivation. But I want to emphasize that. Now I'm posting it on my channel, because I'm grateful to be in a position to call out nonsense like this when I see it. Odd favoritism. I am curious as to what drives you. Is it, however, stupid? This year has been very positive for XRP in terms of price action, legal developments, and acceptance among XRP holders. The truth is that XRP is just getting more and more popular as time goes on, with more developers building on top of the XRP ledger each year. Real positivity is not hard to come from. And there's news out there for a good reason. What are you doing out there if you're going to look at a few days of this or that and notice that something's a little bit down, and then sketch that? As a result, let's take a look at this and imagine where XRP goes from here. No one can predict the future with any degree of certainty. I'm aware of that, but I don't believe it bodes well for XRP. Think about the fact that XRP has been around for nearly a decade now when assessing its genuine long-term viability. In reality, XRP's birthday, or, more accurately, its 11th anniversary, is rapidly approaching. Actually, the event transpired at the start of June of 2012. It's technically been made now, and its adoption rate is rising, so things are looking up. Obviously, that merits our enthusiasm. Since financial transactions represent the clearest and most compelling use case, we will focus on those. It's something I've talked about before, back when I first started my channel, and it's something I still believe to be accurate and reasonable. You are familiar with the earliest planned application of cryptocurrencies. Was, of course, the Bitcoin white paper. Bitcoin is a decentralized online payment network. In other words, you can use Bitcoin just for making this transaction. That had to be the very first planned application of cryptocurrency, right? Not that something similar won't occur. Although the occasional transaction involving cryptocurrency has been recorded, nearly no one currently uses cryptocurrencies as their primary means of payment. That doesn't rule out the possibility of its return, either. Could be. It's not far-fetched at all. Indeed, XRP might function in this capacity. What I find most intriguing, though, is that XRP appeared on the scene only after Bitcoin, the technologically better fantasy, and, dare I say it, the best cryptocurrency in the world. In addition, it possesses something that can't be coded: widespread use in the actual world. For some reason, that has always piqued my interest. A future possibility is to use XRP USD in place of traditional currency. No, I'm not going to rule that out either. But it's amazing to me, because that's one of the first significant use cases I can think of that's likely to get massive uptake. It's one of the first ideas, not the various, the good of the notion for Bitcoin as money and Kurikiri pure cash isn't yes, and we're already seeing it move that way with XRP, positioning XRP as a bridge currency. In any case, it's intriguing to think that a cryptocurrency like XRP may eventually span every gap that exists. What if XRP is the one because it has evolved to meet the needs of the future? It's easily convertible, making it an ideal means of exchange. What if that use case is finally achieved in the distant future, and XRP is the cryptocurrency that made it possible? And really, all we can do is wait and watch what happens. It's possible though. It's amusing to me that this isn't the first idea for crypto, but it may be one of the last to be accepted in any significant way because of its lack of novelty. We'll have to wait and see how things pan out, but that seems like a logical next step. Even though I have learned a lot more since 2017, when I first had that thought, I still find myself saying, oh, yeah, that actually still makes sense. Because, everything is always going to require you're never going to have a trading pair for every conceivable asset on every conceivable exchange in the world, and you certainly won't ever have every conceivable asset on one conceivable exchange where everybody goes. Plus, there's no such thing as having too much cash on hand. There will always be a need for a bridge for assets, thus it doesn't matter if every potential pair has been programmed into a platform or not. There is a growing demand for a cryptocurrency to serve as a bridge currency in today's tokenized economy, and XRP is an excellent candidate for this role. Therefore, XRP is needed to bridge the gap as the velocity of tokenized assets, including money, continues to increase. Only XRP has seen any kind of significant adoption for this purpose. You can discuss things like stable coins or whatever. However, this brings up the familiar problems associated with having a centralized authority that is supported by something. The counterparty risk is eliminated with XRP because of its decentralized nature. In any event, here is the piece from the Crypto Basic Ripple study on how tokenized assets, with payments as their primary use case, are expected to reach $16 trillion. Tokenization is expected to increase to $16 trillion, and payments are the main use case for holding cryptocurrency, according to the newest analysis from Ripple. By 2030, Ripple, a market leader in blockchain technology, has released its newest value report. Recent research published under the title Crypto Trends in Business and Beyond highlights payments as the primary use case for digital assets and predicts a valuation of the tokenization industry at $16 trillion. This paper, the second in a series, explores how people all over the world feel about blockchains, cryptocurrencies, and digital assets. Therefore, we've cut it up into manageable chunks of tokenize and relocation. The paper focuses on decentralized finance, tokenization, central bank digital currencies, and payments, and it polled more than 1,700 finance leaders from financial institutions and enterprises. One of the most important takeaways from the report, so pay attention. The survey concludes that payments are the most common application of digital assets. How about I come as your guest? Of course, over at AMB Crypto, they'd write another post on how XRP's price dropped in the space of 5 minutes. What about payments, the most obvious and crucial application? In what way? But am I just being stupid? Today was the first time I heard of it. We are still at peace. This suggests that most people in the crypto community use cryptocurrencies as a means of exchange. The survey found that 44% of global financial leaders consider payments to be the most developed and likely entry point to healthcare. I just can't put off crypto adoption any longer. Since my initial days in crypto in 2017, I have held this as a strong possibility. In 2018, at the outset of my YouTube channel, I discussed this very issue. Additionally, 2019's early stages. Everything we've ever had because it's useful right now. And you don't have to train people to use crypto for everyday purchases, like when they buy their pricey coffee from Starbucks. If XRP were utilized in the piping system, it would aid the average person without them having to worry about the sausage maker being rigged. They have no idea that XRP is being utilized to cross currency gaps in the background. But then the folks already involved in crypto realize this, driving up adoption and volume even more. Additional folks will be at the very top of the market cap heap when more and more people eventually get on board with cryptocurrency. So, when guests are ready to enter, you might act confused and ask, "Oh, what is this? It's near the top, right?" Let's learn more about this through study. In what way? And it's in active usage right now. And there is no barrier to using this kind of functionality on a much larger scale. It's ready to use and readily accessible today. If you want someone to utilize a cryptocurrency instead of their fiat currency, you won't have to convince them to do much of anything. Today, that would be a tougher sell. It's today. I'm not saying it definitely won't occur. Again, that's a tougher sell in the modern market, as I mentioned earlier in the video. Therefore, XRP, one of the most liquid cryptocurrencies in the world, is the perfect option for this purpose. We can see it with our own eyes. Again, AMB Crypto is interested in discussing the up and down movement of XRP's price in terms of 32-second candles. That's fine then, AMB Crypto, thanks for nothing. But I'll tell you what will happen if this continues in the long run. Because of this, I've been enthusiastic about XRP for well over 5 years, and I've been a constant member of the XRP community because I believe this is where we're headed. We simply overshot our expected arrival time. We are, after all, pretty early birds. But look, if you're going to invest, it's best to get a head start. Therefore, I will remain as patient as is required because I know where this is leading. Since I'm not a financial expert, you shouldn't act on any advice I give. Please like if you enjoyed it and subscribe as always. See you later, bye.